So up to now we discussed about the complete HTML as well as CSS. That means we can design some website as well as we can decorate that web page. So with a neat look and feel, we are going to apply. So then next module is we can concentrate on next module, that is JavaScript. What is the use of JavaScript and why we are using JavaScript in real-time scenario? By using JavaScript, we can perform the client-side validations. First, we have to know what is meant by validations, then we'll move to the client-side validation. What is meant by validation? Validation is nothing but we can check whether user enter valid data or not. So for example, I have here one form. If you are observing in the real-time scenario, we have the contact forms, we have the registration forms, we have the login forms. For example, this is phone number. In the phone number, you have to must and should enter only the numbers only, right? If you are entering characters, that is a wrong format. Huh? So we have to check whether user entered valid data or not. So that is called validation. So by using JavaScript, we can perform the validations. Actually, the validations are two types. One is server side and second one is client side. Server side is nothing but whenever if you are work with a backend programming. So whenever if you are work with a backend, PHP or Python, so or Node.js, in the backend if you are performing some validation, we can call it as a server side validations. So what is meant by client side validations? In the browser end, if you are performing anything, we can call it as a so client side validations. For example, see here, we have here one form here, some quotation form we have here. If I'm not entering any data, just trying to click on submit button, we are getting here some validations. Please enter name, please enter valid email ID, please enter phone number, email ID, address, like that we are getting here now. This is called validations. So these validations we are going to perform in the browser end. That's why we can call it as it is a client-side validations. By using JavaScript, we can perform the client-side validations. Validation is nothing but so we have to check whether user enter valid data or not. We have to check. So actually, we have two types of validations. One is client-side and second one is server-side. Client-side in the sense whenever if you are performing the browser end, we can call it as a client-side validations. If you are performing validations in the server side, nothing but whenever if you are connect to the database, there we are going to perform the server-side validations. These are the two types of validations we have. Not only client-side validations, we can also perform the calculations also. For example, so I want here 10 into 20. In HTML, if you are writing 10 into 20, it will display as it is in the output also 10 into 20 only. But in the JavaScript, if you are writing 10 into 20, we will get the calculation here. That is 200 we will get. So nothing but we can do the calculations also in the JavaScript. So how we are going to work with that, I will show you later. Just you can observe the definition part only. Okay. Then what is the syntax of the JavaScript? Just you can take the script tag and the script should be closed. So you can write anything also inside the script only. That is the syntax of the JavaScript we have to maintain. So how we are going to print everything, we'll discuss later. So now this is the definition of the JavaScript and syntax, how we are going to implement that one. So everything is fine now. So this JavaScript is introduced in the 1995 only. So firstly they named as a live script. First they named as a live script only. So in 1995 Java is a full demanded. So that's why they are going to think. So this JavaScript also they has to create that much of demand. So that's why simply they renamed as a JavaScript only. Understood? Huh? Firstly they named as a live script. After that they renamed as a JavaScript. So how we are going to implement that JavaScript? Everything now we are going to discuss practically. Just you can observe here. So now I'm going to take one HTML file. In the HTML file, I'm going to write the JavaScript. So inside the head only, you can write the script open as well as script should be closed. If you want to print anything in the JavaScript, so we have to use the print statement that is called document dot write. So what is meant by document? Document is nothing but web page. On the web page, I want to write. What you are going to write? You can write in the single quotes or double quotes. For example, I want to print here welcome. Save this one and go to the browser and check once. See here, we are getting here welcome. So must and should, if you want to print anything, you can write the document.write only. If I'm writing directly, what happened, we'll check. Save this one and you can observe. It is showing empty. If you are getting empty, just you can do the right click, go to the inspect and go to the console. In the console, you can observe here, we are getting some error. What is that? So uncaught reference error, welcome is not defined. So we are getting some error here. Welcome is not defined. So that's why we have to do always in the print statement only. So now we can observe here, we are getting here, so welcome here. So this is the way you have to implement the print statement in the JavaScript. If you want to print anything also, you can use the document.write. Document is nothing but a web page. On the web page, you can write here something, whatever you want to do. So in the PHP, you can use the print. So in the Python, you can use the print to print that value. So in the Java, we have system.out.println, we have now. Like that, we have the print statement here also, document.write. So this scripts we can write inside the head as well as inside the body also. So depends upon the developer intention, they can write inside the body also, it will execute. But coming to the styles, we are always right inside the head only, inside the body it won't execute. But here we have the chance, so we have to implement inside the body also. It depends upon the developer comfortable. Maybe they are going to use some of the cases inside the head as well as inside the body also. I will tell you end of the course, end of this module, which one is the best practice. I will tell you later. Just you can write here inside the head as well as inside the body also. We will get here. Understood now? Then types of JavaScript. Types of JavaScript. So how many types we have here? So in the CSS we have three types. No, internal, inline, external. Here we have two types. One is internal CSS, sorry, internal JS. So and second one is we have here external. So these are the two types of JS here. One is internal JS and second one is external JS we have here. So what is meant by internal JavaScript? Internal JavaScript in the sense within the HTML page, if you are writing scripts within the HTML page, if you are writing scripts, we can call it as an internal JavaScript. Here we apply the internal JavaScript only. Our file name is first.html, nothing but HTML file only. Inside the HTML file, we are writing script inside the head or inside the body. Forget about this one, whether we are writing the script or not. Inside the HTML file, if you are writing script, we can call it as an internal JavaScript. What about external? External in the sense, we have to maintain separate file. External CSS is then similar to that one only. We have to do the separate file. For example, I'm going to take a new file. I'm going to write here some print statement here. So I'm going to write some print statements here. So save this one. We have to save the file with extension .js. So now my file name is script and extension is JS. I have to maintain here. Now the file is saved successfully. So what I'm trying to do is I want to call that external JavaScript script src source script src equal to file name. What is the file name? Script.js. You can take that one, which is automatically applied here. Now you can observe it. This is the external JavaScript we can use. So just I'm writing here print statements only, but later we can write the all the programming also by using external JS only. These are the two types of JavaScript we have here. One is internal JavaScript and second one is external JavaScript. So this is about types of JavaScript. Internal in the sense within the HTML file, if you are writing script, we can call it as the internal JavaScript. External in the sense we have to write separate file and we can save the file with extension .js and we can call with the help of script tag only. Script src equal to so and so, you can write it, which is automatically applicable here. Understood now? This is about types of JavaScript. Then here also we have the comments. What is meant by comment? So comment in the sense within the comments, if you are writing anything, it won't execute in the layout. So here also we have the two type of comments. One is a single line comment and second one is multi-line comment. So now here I don't want to print this last one. I want first two only. What you are going to do? Just simply you can do the comment here. So double slash is a single line comment. If I'm using like single line comment, so now see here, only two welcomes we have. Third welcome is not displayed here. Why it is not displayed? Why? Because we placed here comment. So if you want to do that multi-line comment, what you are going to do? So I want to do that all the lines should be comment. Now save this one and go to the browser and check once. See here, we are getting here empty only. So this is the way you have to implement in the real-time scenario. We can use the single line comment as well as multi-line comment also. Depends upon your requirement. You can use any type of comment also, which is automatically applicable here. These are the two types of comments. Understood now? You can use the internal JavaScript, external JavaScript, but comments is same only. You can apply whatever the thing is required. You can apply. This is about comments in the JavaScript we can use. And in the JavaScript, each and every statements end with a semicolon. This is completely like optional only. This is not mandatory. If you are not giving this semicolons, there is no issue. But so always good practice is you can maintain that one. If you are not mentioning also, there is no issue. Why? Because that is optional only. If you are not mentioning also, it will execute fine. So semicolon is optional only. Here we get. So JavaScript, that name only it will describe. It is a scripting language. So generally we have two types of language. One is programming language and second one is scripting language. So what is the difference between programming language and scripting language? For example, I want to build some code, some functionality. For that functionality, if I'm using programming language, maybe it will take like 50 lines of code to implement some functionality. If I'm using scripting language, so it will take like a 30 lines of code only. So what happened here? The code size is reduced. Whenever the code size is reduced, application performance is increased. And manpower also we are going to save. And timing also we can save now. So that's why nowadays all are interested in the scripting languages only. Python is a scripting language, PHP also scripting language, and the JavaScript also scripting language. So Node.js, Express.js, React.js, all are scripting languages only. So like a Java is a programming language, .NET is a programming language. So this is about difference between programming language and scripting language. So this scripting language, it will do whatever the programming language, it will perform all the kind of operations it will do. So here I want to work with the first concept is variables. What is meant by variables and why we are using variables in the real-time scenario? So by using variables, we can store some information. For example, I have here 10. This 10 I'm going to access in the future. So it is not possible to access directly now. What we are going to do, you can take some variable. In that variable, you can save that one. So here a equal to 10 in the sense, this 10 we are going to store in the variable called a. So for example, b equal to 70. That 70 we have to store in the variable called b. If you want to access in the future, directly you can take the b only. If you want to access 10, we can access the a only. Directly you can access now. So in the C language or Java programming languages, we have the different data types. So first we will discuss that C programming data types, then I'm going to move to the JavaScript data types. What is meant by data type and why you are using data types in the real-time scenario? Data types in the sense, which data you are going to store in that variable. What is that type? That is a number, that is a float, that is an integer, or that is a string, that is a boolean. Like that we have the different data types. First, I will explain the one by one data type so that you will get some clarity. So, a equal to 10. That 10 we are going to store in the variable called a. Which data type it is? It is an integer, or it is a float, or it is a boolean. So, first I have to maintain the data type called int. So, what is meant by int? Int is integer. Int is nothing but integer. Integer nothing but round values without any point values. So, we can call it as all are integers only. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, all are integers only. What about float values? So we can take here float b equal to point values. If we have any point, we can take it as a float data type here. And if you want to do the string, string is nothing but group of characters or collection of characters. For example, your name. For example, Rajesh. So that Rajesh contains a number of characters. R is a one character, A is a one character, J is another character. Like that, we have the group of characters. Now, always that string we can maintain in the single quotes or double quotes you can maintain. So now I'm going to take here Rajesh. And we can perform the boolean also. So boolean in the sense we have only two values, either it should be true or either should be false. So whenever if you are work with the conditional statements, so if you are trying to log in, so you have to enter your username and password. Both are correct or not, true or false. So it will check. So that purpose only we can use the boolean also. Understood now? So we have the integer nothing but so round values, float is nothing but point values, and string is a group of characters, and boolean is true or false. We have another data types also. We'll discuss that one in the future classes. So now in the
Sir,
another programming
one
language,
doubt.
we have the int, float, and string, boolean, like that we have. This JavaScript
Sir,
also.
one doubt, sir. Sir, one doubt.
Yeah, Kishore.
Hello. Sir,
So now you can observe here, we have the data types. It will supports like integer, float, so string, boolean, everything it will support. So in the JavaScript also it will support all the data types, but we have to specify with the help of where keyword. If you want to declare any variable also, just you can use the where only. Don't specify any data type here. So where a equal to 10. So under the same time where b equal to so 30.345. Then where c equal to you can take here. So for example, Rajesh. So then where b equal to true or false. So we can do the declaration like this by using where keyword. You can declare all the data types. So how it will be identified, whether the integer or whether it is a float, whether it is a boolean. If you are specifying, so int a equal to float b equal to, it will be directly understood. But in the JavaScript, we are using where keyword to declare the variables. Now, why we are using where keyword in the sense? So JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. What is meant by dynamically typed language in the sense? If I'm running this programming at the time of runtime, so it will takes this value. Depends upon this value, it can understood. Okay, it is an integer. So it is a float. It is a string. It is a boolean like that. Initially, you can use the where keyword only. You can declare any data type also, but at the time of runtime only, it will decide depends upon that value which data type it is. Okay. So this is about a variable declaration we have to use, and I want to print that one. So just you can use here document dot. So write out I want to do here. So yeah, if I'm using a, what happened? We check here. We will get here a, but I'm expecting a value. So what happened here? So we are using in the single quotes or double quotes. If you are using like a string format inside the document dot write, it will display as it is. But I required here a value now. Without quotation you can apply. So now you will get here the a value here. Understood? No? So if you are writing anything in the single quotes or double quotes, it will be treated as a string. What it means, it will print as it is. Whatever you are going to write, it will print as it is. If you require that value, so that is a variable. You have to maintain as a variable. Don't mention as a string format. So this is the way you have to take the variable declaration and how to print that variable values in the real-time scenario. Clear now? So JavaScript supports all the data types, but you have to declare any data type also with the help of where keyword. So where is the predefined keyword? We have to use that where keyword. With the help of where keyword only, you can declare all the data type. So JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. At the time of runtime only, it will decide, depends upon the value which data type it is. So for example, I will show you here. Just you can observe here. This one I will explain, but for your understanding purpose, I'm going to show you type of C. C is a string only now. It is a dynamically typed language. We didn't mention here it is a string, but you can observe if I'm running this programming. See here, it is showing the string. Why it is showing at the time of runtime only? Why? Because it is a dynamically typed language. So at the time of runtime only, it will decide whether it is a number, whether it is a string, whether it is a boolean, like that it will check. So this is the way we have to take the variable declaration and how to access that one. Clear now? Then here ABCD. What is meant by ABCD here? So ABCD are the variable names now. Here we have here ABCD. What is ABCD? ABCD are the variable names. So that variable names here, whenever if you are taking any variable name also, we have to follow some rules and regulations. So that rules I will tell you here. Just you can observe here step by step. Just give me 1 second. Here we have the variables A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D are the variable names now. So whenever if you are taking variable names also, must and should we have to follow some rules and regulations. What are the rules we have to follow? So if you are taking any variable name also, must and should it starts with the alphabet. The variable name must and should starts with alphabet or it will starts with the underscore sign. variable name must and should starts with alphabet or underscore sign. So it should not start with numeric. If you are using numeric starting, so it won't consider. And don't use the special characters. Okay, don't use the special characters. And at the same time, if you are taking any variable name, don't give the variable name spaces in between the variable name. Don't give the spaces. Don't give the hyphens. Okay, these are the rules. I will show you the step by step. You can observe. So now I am going to start with the alphabet only. Otherwise, underscore sign. So if you are using underscore also, there is no issue. You will get the output as it is. If you are using like alphabet also, you will get that alpha value directly. If I'm using here numeric, what happened to check? It is starts with a numeric. We are getting some empty output, nothing but error. See here, uncaught syntax error, invalid or unexpected token, line number 7. So it is showing here line number 7 error. So we got here error. If you want to do the A1, there is no problem. So why? Because it starts with the alphabet only, no? So that is about, so it won't start with a numeric. If it starts with a numeric, it won't execute. And at the same time, now we can observe, I am taking here, first name is my variable name. It is starts with the alphabet only. So now you can just save this one and go to the browser and check once. So it is not considered any spaces. Okay. So instead of that space, if I'm using hyphen also, we will get the error again. It won't consider the hyphens also. So what you are going to do, you can use underscore sign. If you require the space, you can use the underscore sign. So now you will get the output here. So instead of this underscore, you can also use the camel case. What is meant by camel case? So word or method, first letter should be small, then upcoming word starting letter should be capital. That is called camel case. In the HTML5, already we had a discussion about this camel case structure also. So now we can observe here. So first name. So first F is a small, name N is a capital. So you can follow the camel case also. Now you will get the output here. Understood now? So I'm going to revise one more time, just you can observe. It will start with alphabet or underscore sign. It should not start with a numeric. Don't use special characters. Don't use spaces also. Don't use hyphens. And at the same time, better you can use the camel case structure instead of the hyphens. So you can use the underscore sign or you can use the camel case structure. That is the best practice for the real time scenario. Understood? No? So these are the rules you have to follow whenever if you are declaring any variable also. This is about variable declaration. Up to now, so we discussed about the introduction of the JavaScript and at the same time how to work with the variables and why we are using JavaScript, everything we discussed. What is the main advantage of JavaScript? We can increase the richness of the interface. What is meant by interface? Interface is nothing but whatever you are seeing. That is called interface. View. This is interface. And this is also interface. So whenever if you are getting this type of validations, you can easily understood. Okay, I have to enter this one. I have to enter this one. If you are observing internet banking, if you are trying to create a logins, what happened in the sign in form only, it will ask the username and password. By default, you will get that user ID, but password you have to generate. If you are generating a password, it will ask you can enter one uppercase, one lowercase, one string, one character, one number. Like it is asking a number of things now. So for example, it is not showing anything. So if you are trying to enter invalid password, not match, it will show that message. So we have to specify, you can enter so and so must and should. If you are getting that message, you can easily understood what we are going to enter. So that is called richness of the interface. So that means user friendliness. It will create the user friendliness with the help of JavaScript. Understood? No? The main advantage of JavaScript is we can increase the richness of the interface. Nothing but user friendliness. Here we are not going to do any design. You can do the complete design with the help of HTML, do the decoration with the help of CSS. Here we are doing the form validation along with calculation only. But user friendliness, it is created here. So that is the main advantage of the JavaScript. Understood? No? Then next concept is we can move to the operators. Here I am writing A plus B. So here, what is meant by operator and why we are using operator in the real-time scenario? By using operator, we can perform some operation between the operands. A and B are the operands. We can perform some operation. Which type of operation? Addition operation. Addition operation we can perform by using A and B operands we can use. By using operator, we can perform some operation between the operands here. You can take 2 operands, 5 operands, 10 operands also. You can do that one. So that is called operator. So JavaScript supports different type of operators. So first one is arithmetic operator. First one is arithmetic operator. What is meant by arithmetic operator? Like mathematical calculations. You can do the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, module, and we have here increment operator. Increment operator, decrement operator. So generally in our calculator we are using the addition, plus, minus, into, division, module we are using. So regularly we are using in the calculator. Already you know this one. So what about plus plus minus minus? Plus plus is nothing but increment operator. Minus minus is nothing but decrement operator. What it will do here? So it will perform here. It will add 1 if I are using. So for example, a equal to 10 we have. So if I'm using a plus plus, now what is the a value? So which is always equal to a plus 1. A plus plus in the sense a equal to a plus 1. So which is equal to a equal to already a value how much? 10. 10 plus 1, 11. So plus plus in the sense it will add always 1. Minus minus in the sense it will so decrease 1. So that is called only 1. If you are using 10 times, so 10 times decrease only. In the loops, we are going to use that operation actually. So you have to understand the definition here. I'm going to show you with the practical implementation. So addition plus minus subtraction into multiplication. So under division, so you can use the divided by, under module you can use percentage we get. So plus plus in the sense increment operator. So if I'm using here a equal to 1, a equal to 10, a plus plus in the sense 10 plus 1, it will add 1. So that's why we'll get the result is 11. So if I'm using here a minus minus, so 10 minus 1, 9 you will get. That is called increment and decrement. Increment, it will add 1. Decrement, it will do minus 1. So that is called increment and decrement operators. Now you can observe here. I want to do addition of these 2 numbers. So what I'm trying to do is, so a plus b. So this a plus b I'm going to store in some variable called c. C equal to a plus b. Then I want to print here c value. Save this one and go to the browser and check once. We have here the c value. Now my requirement is I want to print here addition of 2 numbers is, I want to print that c. If you want to print anything, so what you are going to do? So document.write. You can use here document.write. In this one I want to print, so addition of 2 numbers is, I want to print. Save this one. Addition of 2 numbers is 40 we are getting. So if you are observing here, we are writing separately document.write addition of 2 numbers. And again here we are writing document.write c. Instead of writing 2 times, what I'm trying to do is just I'm going to do the concatenation operator, which is plus. So what is meant by concatenation operator? So it will print this one along with this value. Nothing but merging. So what I want to merge? I want to merge this string as well as this value. So now what happened? You can observe. See here, we are getting here addition of 2 numbers is 40. If you are not using this single quotes or double quotes, if you are write like this, what happened here? So this is generate some error here. Why you are getting error? Why? Because this is not a string format here. If you are passing here string format, so now you will get here addition of 2 numbers is C. Understood? No? So why? Because we are mentioning the single quotes. Actually, this is not a string. It is a variable. No? So that's why we can take here. So concatenation along with C. So now understood, right? So just you have to understood basic thing here. So generally we are going to print that C value. That is fine. We will get that value directly. But my intention is, So if you are getting some result, your result is so and so. I want to print your result also. No? So here also my target is I want to print here addition of two numbers. So simply I'm going to do here addition of two numbers is. Why I am taking documented right? I want to print that as it is now. So now you will get here addition of two numbers is. So this one it will print the addition of two numbers. So we are getting on this one we are getting here C value. This is the C value. Now this is fine, right? So there is no confusion in this one, right? We are getting this one as well as this one also we are getting. Now my question is, we are writing documented right two times now. Why you are writing two times? Why? Because this is a string and this is a number value variable. Huh? So instead of writing two times, what I'm trying to do is I want to merge these two things. If you want to merge the two things, we can use the concatenation. So if you want to do the concatenation, you can use the plus. So now you are getting. If you are writing like a documented right two times, there is no concatenation. Concatenation is nothing but merging. If you want to merge something, you can use the concatenation. That is plus here. Okay. So two numbers. If you are taking two numbers, in between the two numbers, if you are writing plus, it is addition. If you want to maintain some string along with another string, you can use the plus. That is concatenation. String and number concatenation. So that is the thing here. Understood? No? No doubt, right? Okay, done. So I want to use here some HTML tag. If you want to use any HTML tag also, must and should you can write the document.write and string format you have to write. Within the string format only you can maintain, otherwise it won't display. For example, now we can observe here within the document.write, I want to do here h1. Okay, so the h1 should be close. What happened you can observe. Addition of two numbers we are getting. But what about 40? The 40 is not applied, right? 40 we are getting in the next line also. So what we are going to do in a sense, just you can remove here. After that, you can do the concatenation again. So we have to write in the string format now. You can write in the string format. So we have to close actually. So I forgot to write this HR I did here. Actually, you can close the H1. Okay, you can close the H1. Okay. So previously, yes. So this is the variable now. Yeah. This is a string. So that's why we can do the concatenation between that. Clear now? So don't get any confusion. You can use a single quotes or double quotes also. There is no issues. So what it means, it is started here and it is ended here. After ending this one, so this is a string plus this string plus variable. After that, again, I want some string. If you are not using concatenation, we will get the error. So that's why I'm going to take here that variable plus. So that string we can pass, which is automatically applied here. Understood? No? So this is the way you have to implement. If you require style also, you can use style equal to color column red, green, blue, like that you can apply. Anything also which is automatically applied here. This is about how we are going to work with so arithmetic operation. If you require the subtraction, you can do the minus. So subtraction of two numbers is. So go to the browser, we are getting here. If you require here multiplication, you can write here multiplication and we can write here multiplication of two numbers, division of two numbers, module of two numbers, like that you can apply here, which is automatically applied. This is called arithmetic operator. Just we can perform the mathematical calculations only, plus, minus, into, division, module, increment and decrement. Clear now? So this is the way you have to work with the operators along with the concatenation, along with how we are going to place HTML code in the JavaScript. Clear now? So just to practice these concepts, tomorrow we'll work with the remaining operators.